afternoon, dear students. Today we are going to study about the scalar and vector field. Before that, we should know about the scalar quantity and vector quantity. A scalar quantity is any quantity in physics that has magnitude only. Such type of quantities are defined by the numbers. So we can understand the scalar quantity by this table. In this table we have speed, distance and age. And here speed have magnitude 23 meter per second and distance have magnitude 22 meters and age have magnitude 19 year. And after that we will study about the vector quantity. A vector quantity is any quantity in physics that has both magnitude and direction. And vector quantity here defined by the letter like velocity by small v and acceleration by small a and force by capital F. And above these letter we have arrow symbol. An arrow above the symbol illustrates the vector quantity. It indicates magnitude and direction both. Or we can represent these vector quantities by bold letter of small b, small a and capital F. And we can understand the vector quantity by this table also. Like velocity have magnitude 15 meter per second in direction north, and acceleration have magnitude 10 meter per second square south, and force 20 Newton in south direction. After that we will study about the scalar and vector field. So we can understand this physical field by the one of the example. Like we have one object in any space, right? If we need the information about any particle in space, we need some coordinates. So for that quantity we need some coordinate. That coordinate is known as the physical field for the any particle. So here we define the physical field by to express effect of scalar and vector quantities. We define the function of space and time coordinates. The space in which physical quantity is expressed on coordinates of each point of space is called as physical field, right? And after that we will study about the scalar field. Space in which value of scalar quantity expressed as function of coordinate of each point of space is called as scalar field. We define the scalar field by the one of the function. Like if we need to show about the scalar field in mathematical function form, so we represent here phi is equal to phi x y z. So here we have write the function in a mathematical way. After that we will study about the vector field. Space in which the value of vector quantity expressed as function of coordinate of each point of space is called as vector field. And here we represent the vector field by the vector function. So here we write the vector function a vector is equal to a x y z. Here x y z is the coordinate in 3-dimensional space. So we can understand the concept of physical field and scalar field and vector field by one of the example. Like we have one frame x y z. In this space we take here one of the square. In this square we consider one particle which having temperature T. And if this particle move in x direction, then how much changes we get in that particle or in temperature, right? So we can represent by dt by dx, right? If the particle is moving in x direction, then we represent mathematically in the changes in temperature by dt by dx. And if the particle moving in y direction, then how much changes we get in temperature? So we show by dt by dy. Similarly, if the particle moving in z direction, then we can understand the temperature changes in z direction by dt by dz. Is it right? And if we need to know about the full temperature about that box, right? Here we think about only one particle. if we need to know about the all particle, then we can add. We add all the directional component, then we call as the gradient, right? After that we will study about the gradient. So gradient of scalar field. So to understand the gradient of scalar field, we consider here two surface S1 and S2, which are nearest to each other, and S1 surface have scalar field phi and phi plus d phi, and in S1 surface we consider one point P, and which have the distance from origin small r vector, and we call as position vector r vector. And if we move at the surface S2, which have point capital N, and this capital N point have position vector r vector plus del r vector. Is it right? And if we think about the perpendicular distance about the point P to surface S2, then we take about the distance is delta n. From the geometry we can understand this. If Pn is equal to On minus OP, so here we can understand the Pn P to n. So P to n, how we evaluate the P to n? So this distance is r plus delta r, and if we subtract small r distance, then we get this distance, right? So then Pn distance is delta r vector, then we give the name equation number 1. So the changes of function phi with distance along the direction of Pn is del phi upon del r, right? Then equation number 2. And changes of function phi along the direction of Pm. So along the direction of Pm, then we write the function del phi by delta n. From triangle PNM, then we can write cos theta is equal to Pm upon Pn, right? Or we can write Pm is equal to Pn into cos theta, or delta r is equal to delta n upon cos theta, right? So here Pn is the distance is, here we calculate the Pn distance in equation number 1. Then we insert here distance Pn and Pm del phi upon delta n. Then we write here delta r is equal to delta n upon cos theta, which is equation number 3. From equation 3 and 2 we get here relation d phi upon dr is equal to d phi upon dn cos theta, right? And what is the maximum value of cos theta? So if we take here 0 is the minimum value of cos theta, right? But here we taking the maximum value of cos theta. So maximum value of cos theta is equal to 1. Then d phi upon dr maximum is equal to d phi upon dn, right? Then we write grade phi. So here we write d upon dr phi is equal to d phi upon dn n cap, right? So here equation 4 shows the gradient of any scalar quantity. The gradient of scalar field is always constant, and we know further we generalize these relations, then we can understand by some equation. We know the gradient of scalar function phi is grade phi is equal to d phi upon dn n cap. For Cartesian coordinate, the position vector r vector is equal to I cap x, j cap y and plus k cap z. And if we differentiate this, then we get here dr vector is equal to I dx plus j dy plus k dz. Then we write here grade phi, or we multiply the grade phi is equal to d phi upon dn n cap by dr, right? Then here theta is the angle between n cap and dr. Then we write n dot dr is equal to 1 dr cos theta, and is equal to dr cos theta or is equal to dn. And we write this equation from our earlier equations. Then we write here grade phi dot dr vector is equal to d phi upon dn into dn. then we write, or we can write in different form, d phi is equal to grade phi dot dr vector. Then this is equation number 6. But the derivative of scalar function phi is equal to x y z with respect to x y z can be expressed as, right? If we need to write the derivative of function phi, then we write here d phi is equal to del phi upon del x dx plus del phi upon del y dy plus del phi upon del z dz, right? Then in the other form or in other way we can write here, if we multiply both terms then we get similar type of terms, right? Then d phi is equal to I cap d phi upon dx plus j cap d phi upon del y plus k cap del phi upon del z into dr, which is equation number 7. Then we write in gradient form. Then d phi is equal to grade phi dot dr vector is equal to I cap del phi upon del x plus j cap del phi upon del y plus k cap del phi upon del z dr. Or we can write here dr and dr is the same in r and left hand side and right hand side, right? Then we write grade phi is equal to I cap del phi upon del x plus j cap del phi upon del y plus k cap del phi upon del z is equal to I cap del upon del x plus j cap del upon del y plus k cap del upon del z into phi, which is equation number 8. So in RHS of equation number 4 we get here I cap del upon del x plus j cap del upon del y plus k cap del upon del z is called differential operator and it is represented by del, right? So the gradient of scalar field expressed in this way, right, from in this equation. So grade phi is equal to del vector phi is equal to I cap del upon del x plus j cap del phi upon del y plus k cap del phi upon del z is equal to I cap del upon del x plus j cap del upon del y plus k cap del upon del z into phi. So after that we should know about the main important point about the gradient. So gradient of scalar function is vector quantity, right? And one other point is, if we need to calculate the potential due to point charge, then the gradient, it shows the electric field at that point, right? If we need to calculate the electric field, then we write the E is equal to minus del phi. If we take the gradient of potential, and we can easily calculate the electric field of that point, right? Thank you so much.